July is the slowest month of the year for the NFL teams, and it's the month coaches and players used to get married, take long vacations, and just relax before the rigors of training camp begin. But new Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll hasn't been relaxing this month. He's been on a national book tour, sharing his philosophy on winning in life. The coach's new book is titled Win Forever, and Come Before sports director Mike Ferreri joins us now with Coach Carroll in the newsroom. Mike?
Yeah, thanks, Mary. You know, that is the cover of the book, Win Forever, and we just found out, Coach Carroll told me, number 7 on the New York Times bestsellers list. Congratulations.
Just found out on the way in. Yeah, pretty good.
I have been reading it, and I think if you start to read this in the early chapters, folks here in Seattle maybe don't know that much about you. But if you read this book, it tells quite a bit about the new coach here in Seattle.
Yeah, well, it's an important opportunity for me at this time to be right on the cutting edge of all this stuff, because I got to get the point across to our team. So the fans that get to come along with us, I think they'll understand what we were doing down in Southern California, and they'll have a better insight to why we're doing what we're doing by going along with this with the book in their back pocket. They'll be pretty close to our action.
It talks a lot about the philosophical blueprint you'll bring to the team. You tried your own philosophy in New York and New England, and maybe the ownership wasn't that crazy about it. What makes it different here?
Well, fortunately, like so many of us, we get stuck sometimes. You know, we think we got our act together. I thought I had my philosophies in order then, but as I look back now, comparatively, after the firing at New England, I had to get going. You know, I was maybe never going to get a chance again, and so I dug back in and pulled out the stuff that I needed to pull out to reorganize the philosophy and the approach that we took in Southern California that I really feel confident in now. We're really zeroed in, lasered in on what's important, and now we take that to Seattle here, and I'm excited for, for the Seahawks to go ahead and show you what it's all about.
You were a USC guy, but you're really fond of a UCLA guy, John Wooden, and you talk a lot about him in the book. How much of an influence was he on you, and his book influenced a lot of the way you go about things?
Yeah, he really gave me the inspiration, something I read in his blue book. It was so important, where he, after his 16th year at UCLA, he won his first national championship. And man, I couldn't slam the book shut fast enough, because I knew once he got started, 10 out of 12 years, 88 games in a row, all those things he did, once he figured out who he was and what he was all about, nobody could touch him. I needed to do the same.
Steve Sarkisian, an assistant of yours, now head coach of the Huskies, I think when you listen to Sark talk in a press conference and then you read this book, you see where his philosophy comes from. Is it that philosophy and the way of doing things that is going to trickle down throughout the organization and the Seahawks and get them to be winners again?
Well, no, we're counting on it. At least we're going to do everything as well as we could possibly do it, and we're going to try to get everybody to play as well as they can. And if whatever level that takes us to, well, that's where we are at the time. We're going to keep pushing, But I think this is a way, and I know Sark has a chance to, because he went through the whole process with us, to have a sense for. We try to draw out the best that everybody has in them, and then bring that to the surface and help them do that on a regular, consistent basis. And when you're doing that, you get hard to beat now, and you make other teams have to beat you, and so that's a big deal to us. We want to perform at our very best at all times.
You're the new coach of the Seahawks, third different coach in 3 years for this team, and it's no secret how you're going to go about things. Training camp starts next week. Do each of the players get this in their locker as required reading?
No, they don't have to. They've got a full-fledged course in it every day, so they don't need to read the book. I'm pounding away at them through our process, and I think it's somewhat embedded already through the off-season, but we'll pick it all up again. We always have to keep coming back to the main themes and stuff to get our guys right. We want to think as one, operate as one, really have one heartbeat so that we can function really, really tightly and well together.
Now, we said number 7 on the New York Times bestsellers list. Every penny you make on this book isn't going to you. It's going to a good cause.
Yeah, every penny that I get is going straight to our foundation, A Better LA in Los Angeles. That's why I'm working so hard now to push the book and to hopefully, make the sales go in the right direction, because the money that we raise on this book goes directly to paying for guys that are doing the intervention work, that are keeping people safe, that are saving lives in Los Angeles, and we're really proud of that work. An agreement with the Seahawks was that I was going to stay connected with that. It's just so dear to my heart, and the work is so far along, and we're proving how to do it, that we just have to stay with it. So I appreciate you bringing it up.
Yeah, and you're busy tonight. There's a book signing at Town Hall here in Seattle, 8th Avenue. It's a popular place for a lot of authors go there and do book signings. You'll be there. It's not just signing books, though. You're going to take some questions and talk to folks.
Yeah, we're going to talk at them. I think it's important to embrace our fan base. We have this extraordinary following here. I can't wait to get to Quest Field, to tell you the truth. Right. I haven't been there other than for the Sounders, which rocks, but I'd love to get there. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be the 14th of August, our first chance to share with our fans. So the more I can connect them with what we're all about, I think the better and the stronger we'll be together.
One final question. You read this, you get excited. Anybody would want to go out and suit up for you and play. Is this year's team a playoff team? Is this a team that you think could put things together?
We set our sights on the NFC West right now. You know, there's no reason that we can do anything other than we have to learn how to be champions, and this is the first championship we can win. So we go after our division from word go. We're going to take it as far as we can. The work we put together, the good fortune that we have, and the young guys adding to this football team will give us a legitimate shot, and we're going to see how far we can take it.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Mike.
Have a fun time tonight. And Mary, where are we looking here? Training.